Welcome to the Irresistible You podcast. This is the place to get a dose of empowerment to create the life you crave and deserve. My name is Amy with two E's, and I am the CEO and founder of Irresistible University. Through my podcast and courses, I teach women just like you how to ditch the body image issues, gain confidence, and lose the emotional weight to look and feel irresistible at any size. If you like the podcast, you're going to love my VIP private podcast. To learn more and see what's included, head on over to irresistibleicing.com/course. That link can also be found in the show notes. Do you ever notice that when things are just starting to go right in your life, you're finally getting good news, you're having some wins, you're feeling happy, this immediate jolt of fear comes over you where it's like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop, as if something bad is going to happen because life can't possibly be this good, can it? Like, are these good things really happening to me? Is this even possible? How many times have you felt this way before? And I want to talk about it today because joy is actually the most vulnerable emotion that we can feel. And I want to dig into why it feels this way because it can feel very scary. And then it's like this internal fight with ourselves, like, I shouldn't feel scared, I shouldn't feel upset. This is what I prayed for, this is what I wanted, this is what I've been working towards, and now it's here. Well, if you read any of Brene Brown's work, she talks a lot about how joy is our most vulnerable emotion. And the reason that it is because it requires us to fully open ourselves to good, to joy. We're like fully putting ourselves out there, and there is no guarantee. So that feeling that it could all be taken away from me, the other shoe is going to drop, something bad is going to happen, those things are going to happen in life, right? Like, we all know how life is, but those things are going to happen in life whether or not we allow ourselves to feel the joy or not, because we don't have any guarantees, right? When we reach out and we love on someone or we build a relationship with someone, we don't have guarantees on what's going to happen to that relationship. And our brains, what I talked about at the very beginning of the episode when I set the stage, is that we are constantly sabotaging our joyful moments. We are constantly sabotaging any little pockets of happiness because we constantly, as Brene Brown says, we dress rehearse tragedy. I know that to be true for myself. And that is when we imagine the worst possible case scenarios, and it is so debilitating to live like that, to think like that, to be like that. I think as a parent, I know personally that is something I really struggle with because I don't know that there's anything more vulnerable in life than having children, and how vulnerable it makes you in terms of your emotions and how you feel and how you show up. And, you know, there's a reason why in the movies, and I guess in real life too, if you run in that kind of circle, but the way, and it is true in real life, the reason that people come after your family as a way to hurt you, that's why, because it's something that you love so much. And just that feeling of like looking at your kids and watching them sleep or watching them do things and thinking, "Oh my God." Like, I can't even imagine, anything bad happening to them. Like, I first experienced that, it was actually with Chewy when he was little, um, maybe a year or 2 years old. And I just looked at him and I thought, I have never loved something or someone the way that I love this dog. And it's the same way that I feel about my children. It's that same type of love. And it feels really scary to love someone so deeply, and that person, you just the joy you feel because of that person being in your life, when we feel the joy and the happiness, we kind of pull back, right? We kind of pull back, we get nervous, we get scared. And here's why joy is so vulnerable also is because it requires us to be present. It requires us to be present, to truly lean in to that moment. And you know how one of the guiding principles here is be in the moment. To really feel joy, you have to live in the moment. You have to live in the now. You cannot be constantly bracing for pain, bracing for the dress rehearsal of the tragic stuff that we all play in our heads. You have to be present. You have to be mindful. And I think there's a big connection here to body image and weight. And if you think about it, a lot of us listening here, we delay our joy. We delay our happiness. We put it on a timeline. We put it on this false sense of time that we tell ourselves, well, I'll feel happy when I finally lose the weight. And so then when something really good goes in your life and you have this big accomplishment or something happens in your life that is a very joyful moment, you don't fully allow yourself to feel it because you tell yourself you're too fat to feel it. How can you possibly lean into this and feel joy and happiness when you look the way that you look? Those are the real conversations that are happening inside of our heads. And so you tell yourself, like, you get a promotion, right? And it's like, don't celebrate too much because, you got the promotion, but you haven't lost the weight yet. So we can't get too excited about this. And so there's a lot of like delaying joy, delaying happiness, and that is not serving you. It is not helping you. There's no bank that you're going to cash in on at the end of your weight loss journey and be like, okay, give me back all that joy and happiness that I put on hold. You just lose it. When it's gone, it's gone. In my opinion, it's like a use it or lose it type of situation because of the fact that we know life is going to life, things are going to happen, things keep piling on, right? And we don't feel worthy of that joy because we don't feel worthy, period, in our bodies and of ourselves. And joy doesn't require you to have a smaller body, it requires you to give yourself permission to feel good in the now, feel good in the moment right now. And so I want to share with you just a couple of things real quick here. I did not have an episode last week. It was my birthday. I took the week off from podcasting and I took the day off. I took the day off for my birthday. I protected that day at all cost from all of my client work and client projects. And we just had the best time. So I slept in, I went and got my nails done and came back home, and the kids and Frank and I went to eat at my favorite seafood restaurant and got my favorite meal, which is fried oysters and coleslaw. Will always be a favorite, and the she crab soup. Gotta have that. And came back. Actually, oh, and we stopped at this place on the way home. It's like this little crab shack out in the middle of, if you're in Virginia Beach areas, out in Pungo, and you probably know what I'm talking about. We stopped at this place, got some crabs, brought them, had them steamed there, seasoned there, brought them home, ate. That afternoon we ate crabs outside by the pool. We swam. We had so much fun. It was such a relaxing, joyful, nice day. And I was just beaming the entire day, and not just because of my birthday. So I've had an incredibly challenging year, and work wise, it's been probably one of the hardest times that I've ever had with that, without getting into like too much detail. And I recently took on a new project, a new client, and it is everything that I have been looking for. It is everything that fits into my lifestyle and my schedule. And it feels like divine intervention. If you believe in those things, I believe that it was sent to me and landed with me because of Chewy. I feel like he was looking out for us. Um, and ironically, I say that too because this contract is in the pet space. It's doing instructional design and it is in the pet space, which I have not worked in the pet space in a really long time. And so divine intervention is all I can say. And it just is every single thing that our family has needed, not just financially, but flexibility wise, client wise. Like it's so beautiful and I'm so excited and I'm so happy. And I'm tearing up saying that because when I say I'm really happy, that is still a struggle for me to say out loud. Um, when you've had so much bad luck or knockdowns, one after the other, punches in the gut, you're just so used to everything going to shit. You're so used to another blow, another bad news, another, it, and it's like, oh my gosh, like this is everything that I've been wanting. This is perfect for us. Like, and it still feels very vulnerable for me to even share this out loud because I still have that superstitious part of me that's like, oh my God, if you talk about it, like it's going to go away or something bad's going to happen. And I'm working really hard to lean into the joy and the gratefulness. Of course, I'm grateful, but like the actual like joy, like this is so exciting. This is such good news. Like, I think we all need to talk about this. And it's why I wanted to bring it on the podcast because there's so much fear of feeling happy and feeling joyful because we know it's fleeting. We know that joy is a fleeting emotion and so is pain, right? Like, so we have to remember that too, that we are these complex creatures. We feel things, the feelings come and go, the circumstances come and go. But can we just lean into this is really good right now? Because like I said earlier, it's not like you're putting your joy into some future bank account. It's not a 401k that you're going to cash out. Like you're going to hit your goal weight or you're going to reach this other pinnacle of things that you're trying to achieve and you're going to like cash in. It doesn't work that way. And it seems so weird to talk about, but I think we all go through this where we feel that vulnerability in being happy. And I mean, think about it when you talk to people and you ask people how they're doing. Oh my God, girl, I'm so busy. Oh my God, this happened and that happened and this happened. People rarely talk about, well, this just happened, like the good stuff, right? All the good stuff because we're also taught, I think especially as women, we are taught that you better not brag. You better not say too much. Don't get too excited. Don't be too big for your britches, right? That's what my grandma would have said. And we think that we need to like mute, blur um the good stuff that's going on in our life instead of talking about our accomplishments, talking about our successes because and I think it also ties into the weight stuff where it's like the thanks budding, right? The thanks budding where yes, we're having success, yes, we're losing weight, no, we're not at our goal. And when people notice that, we minimize it. We completely minimize the progress and the success and say, thanks, but I got a lot of work to do. I'm still working on that. And I think we do that in a lot of other areas of our life. And I just want to bring awareness to this so that you can lean in to the joy, lean into the good stuff, lean into your accomplishments because you've worked your ass off. You deserve to feel awesome about it. You deserve to feel amazing. And yeah, so one of the things that I do when I feel it bubbling up, right? I'm like, oh my God, I'm like dress rehearsing the tragic stuff. I'm feeling the don't be too big for your britches stuff. I'm feeling the like, you don't deserve that because you're overweight. You don't like when all that inner fat bitch chatter starts. One of the things that I work on saying is, I'm safe. This is happening right now. I'm allowed to feel this fully. I deserve to feel the way I feel. I have come so far in things that I've been, things. things that have been thrown my way, I deserve to feel good about this. Could it go away? Of course. There's no guarantees in life to anything, right? And so it's like this gratitude stacking where you're constantly, leaning into that and practicing the gratitude, and the gratitude every single time I do the gratitude, it will put the fire out on the other feelings every single time. And you don't have to earn joy with a smaller body. Losing weight, being a certain size is not a prerequisite to having success, to having wins, to getting what you want in life. You don't have to be in a smaller body to fully like own it, embrace it. You're allowed to feel those things now, no matter what your size is. So, I just wanted to talk about that. It's going to be a quick episode today, but I hope you're doing good. I hope you're well. And if you want to stay connected in between episodes, let's do that on Instagram and TikTok. I am at Irresistible Icing on both of those platforms. It's okay to be happy. It's okay to be happy, and you deserve it. Make sure to leave a rating and review over on your podcast player of choice. I will catch you in the next episode. Until then, stay irresistible. Bye, guys.